Hi everyone, it's Rich with my wife Kel.
Hi there,
And
welcome back.
we're here to do a special first reaction video for you. And if you want to make your own request, please go to our website on the homepage. It's www.knr.wtf. There's no .com. And just to the center right, you'll see a little purple box that says make a request. And underneath, you'll see white boxes. You can fill in the information. And we're also doing something called Lyrics to Live By. And on the homepage, under a tab, you'll see Lyrics to Live By, and you can just put your information in there. It's all self-explanatory. So this one is Disturbed Inside the Fire, and it's actually for Kenny McMahon. And Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
Kenny and I, and then eventually Kenny and myself, we were having a little back and forth about why this song was so important to him. And basically, he's dedicating this to his friend Justin, who ended his life 3 years ago on July 6th because he was bullied unmercifully and the teachers and principals would not stop it. And I tried to help it. No one would listen. No one would believe. They just ignored because of their situation. He lives in Louisiana. It goes into some personal detail I don't think he would appreciate me saying, but basically, there was never any justice for what happened to him, and the song from Disturbed would be appreciated by him. And he thanked us for a lot of things, especially not judging him and picking him apart for spelling mistakes, which I really didn't see a lot of. And it's all good, man. We got your message.
Okay.
It's just you're fantastic the way you are. Don't change.
Yeah.
He's been kind of super depressed, and I'm sure this time of year is kind of hard for him, being right around that time where Justin took his own life. So of course we'll do this for you, man. Sorry it took so long. We're here for you. Ready, Kel?
I am.
All right.
Thanks for letting us know you're out there, Kenny.
Yeah, you're not alone. We hear you. We see you.
Yeah, you're not alone.
It's gonna get better. It's already starting to get better, minute by minute here. All right. Ready?
Ready.
My name is David Draymond. I sing for the band Disturbed. The video you are about to see contains a very sensitive subject, suicide. It is unfortunately a subject that is close to me, having dealt with an actual occurrence of it many years ago. If you or someone you know is in crisis or are having thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255.
Nice.
Good for him.
Oh. Okay then. Oh, he's coming in. Oh, so this must be a personal story. this video. Killer song. Yeah, that was him. It's too bad it's covering it, but you saw it before. You can rewind it if you need that information to give to someone or for yourself. Holy shit. Okay, Kenny. Amazing song. I love Disturbed. I love them even more every time I hear another one of their tunes, and the subject matter was just really hard to get into the music like I would normally would. You want to say something before I have a tab open. I haven't read it yet on purpose, but it's called it's a WordPress site. Inside the Fire, Disturb My Suicide Experience, Bedlam's Lair. Do you want to say something before I read it?
Nope, I'm just trying to recover from that. I'm just going to listen.
Okay, so it's actually a personal story. There's lyrics here. Oh, Devon won't go to heaven. She's just another lost soul about to be mine again. Leave her. We will receive her. It is beyond your control. Will you ever meet again? Will you ever meet again? Devon, of one of 11, who had been rendered unwhole. As a little child, she was taken and then forsaken. You will remember it all. Let it blow your mind again. Devon lies beyond this portal. Take the world of one immortal. Give your soul to me for eternity. Release your life to begin another time with her, and end your grief with me. And there's more lyrics. So beautifully written song. Oh my God. I just want to see if there's anything else besides his. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so this is an article found to David's experience. Was a link from Wikipedia to a Rolling Stone article. Here's a link if you'd like to read it yourself. So I'll post this link. In the article, David describes the song as being about, quote, David standing over the body of his girlfriend who just killed herself, and the devil is standing over him, whispering in his ear to kill himself. You can really see this in the video. So basically, I'm inserting what's written here, but it's I was standing over the body of my girlfriend. So I'm going to read it like that. Whispering in my ear to kill myself. So you can really see this in the video. He put it out there for the whole world to see. His music expresses the pain of all involved so vividly, more vividly than I ever could with my words. So this is this author talking about that. It's based on a true story of my own where I was about 16 or so. I had a girlfriend of mine commit suicide. It was unbelievably horrific and painful experience, and it was cathartic to make this song. And it really took me a certain mindset to do it, and I had to wait till I was ready, and I can understand that. This was very draining to write. I think I'm going to need to do something light and easy later tonight. I ended up watching. Oh, this is from the author. Sorry, it's not written very clearly. And then the number of the suicide hotline. So, well done to the author of this WordPress site. If you want to go to that, check it out. It's a personal story. I certainly didn't want to get into that, but it's called Bedlam's Lair. Lawrence198774.wordpress.com. Well, he takes a shotgun. I'm like, okay, where's this going? And then realizing, yeah, this is probably a personal story. This wasn't something that he just wrote about second or third person.
This is a very difficult subject matter for many people, myself included. Yeah, and it's not one that we can't not talk about, because the worst thing to do when someone is in that place where they're considering killing themselves is keep it in silence. The ones who don't say anything are the ones who do it. So when it's locked up inside of them and they're not telling anyone because they don't think there's anyone to tell, it's not good. That's why on this channel we are not afraid to blow shit open and talk about it, because it needs talking about.
Yeah, clearly, Kenny, you trusted us enough with your information and with what we do here, and we really appreciate that. This hits close to home for me because my brother attempted suicide 5 times, 6 times, and was nearly successful twice. And he's very healthy now, went through the Hell's Gates, and came out the other side several times, only to fall back again, and eventually discovered deep down that he was very fortunate to have a life. And there are many other people around him that are not as well off in a lot of ways. And he rescued himself from that pit of misery and depression. But not everybody's so lucky. And so not everybody is so fortunate to find their way back, feeling completely unloved, unworthy, no way out, hopeless, yearning for something that just is not happening and just keeps not happening. So that poor girl, and then for him to look in the keyhole, maybe that's how it happened, opens the door, boom, there she is. Crazy.
I'm so sorry you lost your friend, Kenny, and to so many of you out there who have written into us to tell us that this is part of the landscape of your past too. Our hearts are with you, and we are so sorry that you are facing this and that you have faced it, but it's not going away. It's a tough one for me.
Yeah. It could, from my experience of the passing of others, especially my son and lots of clients of ours, one very special client, 2 years ago actually, last month, but this last little time period was the celebration of life. And as time goes on, it gets easier. It doesn't go away, but it gets easier, and we fill our lives with things that bring us joy. And we're so glad that you guys are here watching this. If you clicked on this video and you knew what it was about, there's still some stuff that you're sorting out, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate you sharing it with us. I don't think anybody comes on here just to be a voyeur and say, "Oh, I wonder how they're gonna react." If you knew this, you knew what was up, and you have some sort of connection. So thank you for at least giving that that energy out to us to do this song, because we felt very, very motivated to do this when we saw Kenny's email. We realized that it represented so many people that were either suffering in silence, or we're right in the middle of it, or we're on the other side of it. And it's one of those heavy, heavy facts of life.
And, you know, I can just honestly say for myself that I'm one of those people that contemplated killing myself for a long, long, long time.
Yeah.
And there came a point where I realized that it wasn't actually me that I wanted to end. It was the situations that I needed to end. And so I realized that the thought of killing myself was just plan A, and it was the only plan I had. And until I had come up with a better plan,
Wow.
I needed to keep thinking, because at that point it was the only plan, and it was the only plan for a long time. And so when it occurred to me that I just needed to find a different way out, and it wasn't me that needed killing, it was the situations I was involved in. As soon as I figured that much out, I realized that I didn't want to end me. The suffering that I needed to end was coming from somewhere else, and that I was not actually the problem.
Yeah, just under the weight of all that.
Once I
Crushing.
rectified all of that, everything became so much easier. And what I ended up doing was I cut every single person out of my life from the past in one fell swoop. And I started a new life, and I started over again. I started to be the me that I had always wanted to be, without all the hooks of the past and the people and the judgment and the negativity and the this and the that and all those things. And I realized that I was not depressed. I was being depressed. I was actually being pushed down, oppressed, subverted. And that it wasn't me that I wanted to end. It was all of that. And the reason I'm saying this to all of you, because if there are those of you out there who are in that situation and are thinking those things, you have to come up with a different solution, because it's not the right answer.
And like Kenny was saying, you know, his account of what happened with his friend was that no one was listening.
Yes.
Well, you got to speak louder. Not that you did anything wrong, but now that you know, you don't stop. You don't stop. Now that we know that this happened to one of our subscribers, one of our viewers, it just deepens that awareness and that resolve that if something fucked up is going on to that level,
Speak up.
Speak up loud.
And if it's
Again,
happening
you didn't
to
do anything
you,
wrong. You did the best you could. Get help.
And if this is happening to you,
people.
the boldest step that you might ever take is the first few steps away, to walk away. I walked away from everybody and everything, and it was beautiful. So
Way to go.
I hope that helps. Kenny, thank you for bringing this to our attention. We're here if you need to talk. Any of you, we're here.
We'll do our best to answer you, at least to let you know that we received your information. As the days, weeks, months go on, the numbers get bigger with what we're doing. The videos are out there. We're not taking them down. So you can imagine that everything kind of gets bigger to manage. That's why we did things like the website, so that we can have places to summarize, and instead of feeling like your request is being ignored, we might actually start listing the requests that we've gotten, so you guys can see what's being requested, and then there'll be the names there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, something like that. Just so we're again, it's like scaling, right? So you scale something. In this case, we're scaling the amount of people, the views. I think we have somewhere over 7.5 million views at this point, over 18 weeks, and that means there's going to be a lot of information, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So,
and certain pieces of information have become obsolete as we have evolved.
Yeah.
So people have information from
from
8
other
weeks
videos.
ago,
Yeah.
and that's not relevant because we've made so many changes, because we have to keep evolving with all of you.
Yeah. So thanks for being patient.
Yeah.
Thanks for
being
rolling
here.
with this.
Thanks
It's
for
all
staying to the
good.
end.
Yeah. All right.
We're here for you.
Kiss for strength, everybody.
Yeah.
Later.